What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, the Bucket Hat Hunter, formerly known as Mike-initis, back. Today's video is a Human Torch review. I got this figure a few days ago on my toy hunt, but I had to upload that video first. So today's the review. The toy hunt was a few days ago. I don't know how to change thumbnails, and I hate the thumbnail. It's zoomed in on my face and all looking weird. So anyway, today, I'm reviewing the Human Torch from the new Fantastic Four Retro Wave. He was on a retro card, which I do have here. Mine was kind of poorly cut out by myself, but yeah, I can't fix it no more because it ripped a little bit, so it sucks. Hold on. I had my phone charging, so I had it plugged in, but I forgot to unplug it before I started filming. So today we're reviewing the Human Torch. I got him in like a little pose up there. So yeah, let's get into the review. We'll go over accessories first. So these are the accessories that does come with this Human Torch. He comes with 2 sets of hands, 2 spiral flame effects, and then a back piece for the flame effect. So first we'll go over this back piece real quick. It fits quite nicely on there, but it does fall off because there's no peg. I don't know why they would do that. It looks really good, I think, on there. It just doesn't fit, doesn't stay on. So most times I don't have it on. We got these 2 pieces we've seen before with figures, and yeah, they're just all right. And then we got these. I would have loved to see 2 of each, like 2 open like this and 2 fisted like this with the flame part, but you know, we get what we get. Then we got 2 just just normal fists, I guess, that are kind of highlighted. So that's what we get with this. So now let's get into the figure part. All right, so here is Human Torch with no accessories other than his hands, obviously. And without any of the accessories, this is a really good figure. My main complaint is the accessories, so we'll get into that in a second. But yeah, he's got smooth articulation. He's on the same body mold as the other the Build-A-Figure Wave Human Torch. This guy overall, he's just such a nice. It's a nice body mold, and this guy right here, you know, it works really well. And then the whole comic design portion of the lines, I love that. It's probably my favorite aspect of this figure. And then as well as I really like the what's the word, like the sculpting of the flame effects on the hands. Although I do have to say, I would have loved to see some on the feet. The feet, there's none, but the lines work pretty well there. And the head, I think, looks pretty cool, or looks pretty good, I should say. Yeah, his articulation is just, it's nice, it's crisp, it's not too tight, it's not too loose. Like, he can stand really well on his own. I can just, boom, standing. And his feet are a little not perfect, and he's still just able to stand super nice. And so I'm gonna do articulation really quick. So he can look all the way around, and then he can look that high up, which is really nice flying poses. He can only look down that much. It moved his abs a little bit. He can only reach out about that far, which is kind of surprising. Down that much. He can go all the way around. When you're sticking, you can go back and forth just fine. He's got a cut right at the bicep, double jointed elbows, and this one right here seems to be a little stuck, but there we go. He's only going about that much, so a little more than 90. His hand can bend in. He can do the one pose. He can't really go up because it's restricted with that. But if we do swap in one of the other hands, which I've never actually had these hands on him, you can go that far forward, and he can go back that far if you really want him to. For some reason, it kind of looks weird when there's only one of each. I think I'm going to keep the other hand on, but we'll just do it for the review. He can bend that far down, and he can bend that far back. He's got a cut at the hips. He can go all the way around, but I'm not gonna. Don't want to loosen him. He's got a ball joined here, that far forward, that far back, or that far out, and then that far back. Then he's got a cut right here at the hip. He can, again, also go all the way around, but I'm not gonna. Double jointed knees. He can almost kick his own butt, but fortunately he can't. He's got a boot cut right there, which doesn't really make sense for this, but I mean, I'm not gonna complain about more articulation. He can go that far forward and that far back, I should say, and then that far forward. So yeah, overall, articulation, really good for a Human Torch. Marvel Legends, it's what you expect with Legends. So yeah, really nice articulation. Feels really good in hand too. So I give the articulation a 9 out of 10 personally. I forgot to rate the sculpt and design of it. The sculpt and design I give a 8 out of 10 only because I wish there was some feet sculpting flame effects. Oh, excuse me. I'm like, I don't even know. I need a quick sip of water. And quickly here we'll get what he looks like with this on, just back plate on. And he looks all right. I think he looks a lot better with it on personally. But then when you try flying him and he goes upside down, it comes off because there's no peg. There should be a peg because I want mine to be displayed like that. So yeah, next segment we'll get into is comparison. All right. So the first person that we will be comparing him to is the other version of himself. And that is from the Super Scroll Build-A-Figure Wave. Let me move some of those accessories out of the way so I can get my arm up here. But anyway, obviously two separate looks for the Human Torch, but I think they both look really good. This Human Torch right here was one of my favorites for a while. Now this is my favorite Human Torch. I still like this, and I still need this because, you know, you gotta have your flame on and then flame off Johnny Storm. And I love the hand effects, you know. Now the first thing I did want to do is I wanted to take this piece right here, and I did want to put it on here. Just to kind of see what it looks like. I think that looks really cool, really good and cool, actually. I really dig that. Articulation is the same on both of these, in case you're wondering. So yeah, I think they look really cool. I would have liked to see a number 4 on the chest. I forgot to mention that earlier. That's also what kind of brought the score down a little bit. Obviously this guy, he's got the cleats. The other one doesn't, and yeah. I think this one's got the height on him just by a bit because of the flame hair, you know, or whatever you want to call it. But, yeah. Let me get that off without tipping him over. Boom. Smooth. All right. I think I'm just going to do a double uploaded. No, I'll probably save this actually for the day after the hunt. So, yeah, there's our first comparison. Now getting rid of Johnny Storm. I'll bring in our next comparison, I guess. Person. I don't know. That's Mr. Fantastic. These two look really fantastic together. Good pun by me. Yeah, I think these guys do look really good though together. This is my favorite Reed Richards figure. The Walgreens one. If you gave him this head on that body, I would like it too because I like that arm accessory. I think that's a really cool one. I think that he and all the other ones should have came with it, but they decided not to. So, you know, I guess it's whatever, G. But yeah, these two look good next to each other. Now, let me bring in the last two comparisons, and I'll do one at a time. But I'm just gonna grab both now. The next up, the Thing from this wave, not his wave, from the Build-A-Figure wave. I think they look fine together. This Thing, not my favorite paint job. I don't like these yellow highlights. It makes them look weird, and they kind of stick out. And they stick out especially on camera, man, dude. Wow. In real life, it's not as, I mean, it's definitely way noticeable, but on camera, it's like way brighter and, you know, all that jazz. Yeah, and I think these two, they look pose nice next to each other. I'll do some pose pictures at the end of this. Just a little gallery of photos of you guys, and it's crazy, you know. I never thought I would have I don't know. I always thought that I was going to have to try to buy the Walgreens Fantastic Four figures because Hasbro sometimes likes to do it where they don't, you know, make certain characters after they wait a while for the value to go up. Anyway, here we got Susan Storm next to her brother, and yeah, I think it looks all right. And then let me get a quick family photo of all of, I put Reed Richards back, did I? Did. All my Fantastic Four now, including Flame on Johnny Storm, which I thought I'm gonna have to buy the Walgreens one again. Yeah, I really do dig this figure though. Stick around at the end for the photo gallery, and out of 10, I don't do percentages. I just do 0.5. So it's like I give this figure a 9.5. I don't actually give him that. I give this guy a 9 out of 10. I think this is a great Human Torch. I prefer this over the Walgreens exclusive now. They're two separate looks. The only thing I think the Walgreens one really has on this guy is probably the fact that his can clip on or it fits tighter. This back flame piece fits tighter on the other one. Also, I would have loved to see, there's a Diamond Select Human Torch, and it comes with a ton of flame accessories and like a flame base. I would really like to see a flame base, but you know, I think I'm just gonna make my own. I know how. I have all the materials other than some of the paint. I need some of that. But yeah, I might just make it my own because I really want to have him on like a display where he's flying up and he's leaving a trail of flames behind him. I think that's like my favorite look of the Fantastic Four, or of the Human Torch, I should say. Yeah, so now at this point I'm just rambling. So yeah, this is the review on the Human Torch, and stick around at the end for just some photos.